Good afternoon, traders. Good afternoon. This is Manny the Magoo. Today is April 11th, Sunday. And sorry I haven't been putting out videos every Sunday. I just been extremely busy with other things going on. To be honest, I haven't really traded too much. I've got a big project that I've been working on. I just need to finish. And hopefully I can get back into the swing of things. But I do have a watch list that I want to put out there. I actually have 8 stocks on the watch list right now, so I want to get right into it. If you have any questions after the video is done, you could always email me at hunterchasetrading@gmail.com. Again, these picks are for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. I've been doing this for a long time. I am a price action trader, but it's always wise to contact your financial advisors and ask them what they think. So let me dive right into it. Okay, so the first stock, you want to grab a pen and paper, jot some notes down. First stock on my watch list is going to be CHWY, CHWY, okay? Now, as everyone knows, I am a candlestick trader. I trade the breakouts, and I look for longer-term areas of support and resistance. So I play weekly candle breaks. I also play monthly candle breaks, okay? And what I mean by that is you can see this is a weekly chart here. These are weekly candles. And a weekly candle holds a lot more weight than a daily candle. So you really have to pay attention to the weekly candle's high, and you have to pay attention to the weekly candle's low, okay? So what I do is, the first thing I do is I draw the previous week's high, the previous week's low, okay? The previous week's high on CHWY was $84.92 right here, and the previous week's low is $78.86 right there, okay? Now, basically what I do is I wait for the break. I want to see that if we get above this 84.92, I know that CHWY's going to want to continue running, okay? I know that if we don't break above 84.92, we're going to have an inside week. And as you can see, this candle here is an inside week. What's an inside week? Well, if you take a look at the previous week's high, all the way up here, and the previous week's low, well, that's an inside week because we did not break the previous week's high. We weren't strong enough to do that. We weren't also weak enough to break the previous week's low. There's a lot of consolidation in this area. CHWY has had a big pullback from $120 a share. It's consolidating here. I think it's found some support. But again, until it breaks this 84.92, Manny Magoo's not going anywhere. Now, I also go to a monthly chart. These are monthly candles, okay? And what I do is I always draw the previous month's high and low. Now, I missed it here, but let me draw it real quick for you. Let me go to my drawing tools, and here you have it. So this is March candle's high, 105.98. And what I do is I basically draw the line at 105.98, and I put it in yellow. Yellows are my monthly highs and lows, the previous month's highs and lows. And the reds are the previous week's highs and lows. Now, what I do is I leave that line on there for the remaining month of April, okay? So once April closes off, what do? I take April's candles high and low, and I draw my support and I draw my resistance. Let's go to a daily chart. And as you can see here, a lot of consolidation in this area. Now, I also play this, and these are one of my favorite plays. Let's just say, for example, CHWY breaks the low, last week's low of $78.86. And let's say it comes back and breaks that 78.86 again. So 78.86 right now, because CHWY's at 84.10, is support, okay? But if it breaks the support now becomes resistance. And in order for us to go up, it has to break that resistance. And usually I like playing those back and sides. So let's just say CHWY breaks the 78.86, I take the trade long, knowing that 78.86 now becomes support. It's very important, folks, that this is for short-term trading, okay? I'm not looking to make a long-term play here. This is, for my short-term trading portfolio, and that's what I'm showing you, okay? I'm looking to make money quickly, okay? I'm not looking to hold this for years. I am looking to make money. I want to make it, and I want to get out. So basically, let's just say, for example, CHWY breaks the high, last week's high of 84.92. I'm going to take the trade, okay? Now, 84.92 is going to be support. If the stock comes back down and breaks this 84.92, guess what? I get out of the way. I don't wait, I don't hope, I don't pray. I just get out, okay? And if it breaks it again, I'll get back in. But it doesn't cost you anything to take the trade, okay? Or even if you put a stop a couple pennies below, it's not going to kill you, okay? So CHWY's first on our list. Second on our list, FSLY, okay? As you can see here, let me change the drawing tool. All right, so FSLY, this is a daily chart. Tremendous amount of consolidation on the daily. If you take a look at the weekly, ton of consolidation. Also an inside week. Now, inside weeks are anytime we have an inside candle, whether it's a daily, a weekly, a monthly, it means that the bulls and bears are kind of fighting each other for a direction. But until we get that break, it's not going anywhere, okay? So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a break of $71.29, which is last week's high. I want to see it break $71.29 before it goes. Or is FSLY FSLY going to break down the 65.86 area, which was last week's low? If it breaks it, maybe reclaims it, I'll take the trade. But keep in mind, folks, these lines are very important. These are massive lines of support and or resistance, okay? So let's just say, for example, we break FSLY's last week's high of 71.29, okay? Each candle that you see that's above it is going to be an area of resistance. And it's important that you understand support and resistance, okay? Extremely important, all right? So FSLY, second stock on the list. The next, but not least, NIO. We've had 2 inside weeks, folks, inside this candle on NIO, okay? Is NIO going to go? I have no idea, but it has to break $40.65, which is last week's high, before Matty Magoo takes the trade, okay? So let's take a look at the daily, and here you have it. It came back down, but it put in a higher low. Okay, what is a higher low? Well, as you can see here, it made a low back on March the 26th of $34. It went up, and then it came back down, found some support. The low was $37.01. It never got back down to this area, nor did it break it. So it seems like NIO wants the setup to go. But again, until it breaks $40.65, NIO goes absolutely nowhere, okay? So again, we had 2 inside weeks. That is huge, okay? A lot of indecision here. A lot of price discovery in this area, okay? So again, are we going to go? Now, just mind you, if we break this $40.65 area, be careful, because 42.06 we are going to have resistance at 42.06, which is the previous week's high, okay? But NIO is the third stock on my watch list. Next is RUN, R-U-N. When is RUN going to start running again? Again, here's an inside week. Again, indecision. Last week's high, $60.19. Last week's low was $51.32. We're at $51.60. Now, I'd like to actually see RUN break this last week's low, maybe find some support underneath it, and then breaks the resistance again at $51.32. I would love to play that back inside, okay? As you can see, there's a lot of support in this area, okay? What is support? Well, take a look. Here's a run that it made back in September, okay? Got to as high as 82.42, came back down, found support at 49.21, okay? As you can see, if you look to the left, it's going to dictate your right. There's a lot of support in this area, just like it is here, okay? So, again, RUN is the next stock on the list. Has to break 60.19 in order for RUN to start running again. Next, IPOE. All right, here we have it. Last week, we finally broke out of the previous week's high, which was $17.64. The new high for the week was $18.64. IPOE could start going now, but again, has to break $18.64 for me to get excited and take the trade. As you can see here, a lot of consolidation also in this area. But again, IPOE, a break of $18.64, which was last week's high, or even, it could come down. It can break last week's low of $16.50. Is that going to happen? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. But if it does, break the support of $16.50, $16.50 now becomes resistance. We have to break 1650's resistance in order to take the trade. Okay? So I don't only take the trade if we break the previous week's high. Again, if it does come down, breaks the support of the previous week's low, okay, and then reclaims and goes back inside, I take the trade then at $16.50, which is a better price, and see where it goes from there. I hope you guys understand this. If you don't, please comment, okay? Or email me, hunterchasetrading@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to help you. Next, OSTK. Now, this stock is not for the faint of heart. This does run quite a bit, okay? It has an ATR of $4.95. Average trading range means that it runs almost $5 a day up or down, okay? So let's take a look at the weekly. Here you have it, one inside week, because it's inside the this 322 high and low. See, you got one inside week, and then the following week is when we broke out of the high here of the previous week of $70.19. So last week we got as high as $73.08. We are above this area here of resistance. This was an area of resistance. These two candles at one time were above that now. So maybe OSTK is going to start going again. But again, 73.08 needs to break 73.08 for it to go. Okay? And then obviously we're going to find some resistance here at the high of this candle, which is 79.33. But if it breaks 73.08, we still have enough meat and potatoes in the move to make some money with. Okay, OSTK. Next, CHPT, ChargePoint. ChargePoint really found some support here at this low of $19.59. This is one stock that I do play the last couple weeks, and I've been doing real well with it. I did buy it on the support. If you take a look at this weekly candle here, the low is $19.50. If you take a look at this candle, it got to $19.59. Okay, I saw that once it bounced from this area, there's definitely a lot of support at this 1950 area. I waited. I didn't play it that whole week at 322. What I did was I did play the break of 25. So I played it on this week's candle. Okay, and it ran. I made really, it did really well with ChargePoint, and I like it again. It did run all the way to $32.48 last week before a big pullback to $27.65. I don't know. Is ChargePoint going to break $27.21, which was last week's low, and then maybe reclaim and go back up? That's what I'm thinking it might do. But again, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm hoping it comes down, breaks this $27.21, and then sets up to take the trade back up. So if it breaks $27.21, $27.21 then becomes resistance. And if it can break $27.21, I'm going to take the trade knowing that $27.21 then will be my support. If it comes back down, I just get out. Okay? All right. So last but not least is PLTR. Some people like this stock. Some people don't. I think it's a good company. I think the people behind it are very, very intelligent, much wiser than the majority of people out there. I like it. Kathy Wood, that is managing ARK funds, who's had absolutely phenomenal run. She's been buying like crazy. And again, I like this inside week. It didn't do much last week. It was as low as 22.74, and it was only as high as 24.45. So, we might get a break here at 24.45. If this PLTR breaks this 24.45 area, I am going to go long on PLTR. That's the weekly. Let's take a look at the daily chart. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of consolidation. Now, we don't know if it's consolidation accumulation where it's going to break to the upside or consolidation distribution where it breaks to the downside. You got to be careful, okay? There are two types of consolidations. There's consolidation to the upside, which means that institutions are slowly buying the shares, not causing a big price to spike, and then taking it up afterwards, or it could be institutions are selling it little by little, in order to bring it down. The only way of knowing is when it breaks a criteria in a certain area, which is right now this 24.45, which is last week's high, okay? So PLTR is the 8th stock on my list, so I put 8 of them out there for you folks. CHWY, CHWY, FSLY, FSLY, NIO, NIO, RUN, RUN, IPOE, Overstock, OSTK, ChargePoint, CHPT, and Palantir, PLTR. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I hope to be doing another one of these come Sunday. I apologize for not making videos every Sunday. It's just been very hectic here for me lately. Trying to finish this project, but I hope everyone's trading safe. This has not been a easy market to trade. Really, it hasn't. Even for a guy like me, I've been doing this for over 2 decades. It's been very, very difficult, this market. And sometimes when it's choppy like this, you know what I usually do? I usually just do something else, I want to preserve my capital for when the market is running. And if it's chopping up like this, up and down and up and down and up and down, to be honest with you, I think the best thing to do is just sit in the sidelines and just wait. And that's what we've been doing. The growth sector has taken a massive hit, which growth is tech. So NASDAQ, has come down quite a bit. Some of the runners that used to run, they're not running like they used to anymore, So sector rotation definitely has changed. But again, the stock market brings opportunities every single day. It's up to you to make smart decisions, and get out when it's time to get out and get in when it's time to get in. But again, hope everyone stays safe trading this week. And if you want to reach out to me, that'd be great. If not, please, if you could, just hit the subscribe button. That's all I ask, and makes me happy when I see my subscribers grow. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and happy trading.